All right, you guys, it's here. We are officially in holiday season 2021. And I don't know about y'all, but I am so busy during the holidays. It happens every year, every single year. It sneaks up on me. I have a to-do list about a mile long and a tiny amount of time to do it in. So today's video is going to be a little Sunday reset routine that I do particularly. It's counterintuitive to think that I would actually carve out so much time for this routine when I am super busy. But the truth of the matter is, the busier I am, the more I need this routine. And I felt like now would be such a good time to share it with you guys and a really good time to get started with it, because I would like to do some really dope getting ready for 2022 content. None of us are gonna new year, new us ourselves if we're basically roadkill left in the Black Friday mess of 2021. Like, we need to get our act together, and this is how we're going to do it. Sundays are a great opportunity to do so. Everyone loves a clean slate, a fresh start, and really getting some ducks in a row, some things ironed out, some things figured out before your week starts truly sets you on a path for success in so many ways, particularly if you can make this your habit. If you can do a Sunday reset every Sunday, you will grow to be kind of dependent on it in the best way possible, because you're really going to appreciate the freedom, the clear head, everything that comes with it is going to benefit you not only that week, but every day moving forward that you're able to go through with this routine. It's truly life-changing. This video is going to cover a few things. Some of them you've heard me talk about before. Maybe you haven't heard me talk about how I use them all in tandem before, and when I do them, and how I do them, and why I do them. So these are kind of the pillars for a good Sunday for me. If I can't get this done on Sunday, then I'm gonna have to do it on Monday. Like, this has to happen at least once a week. I just aim to do it every Sunday. The first thing and the most important thing I'm gonna do when I'm preparing for my week, when I'm sitting there getting ready for my Sunday reset, is to plan my week. This is the most important step in my weekly setup, my weekly process, whatever you want to call it. If I do nothing else but this, I'm good. If you are not a regular viewer of mine, or you don't know me in real life, you might not know how much I live, breathe, and die, and all the things in between by my planner. I've always got a planning system. I've tried many different ones. We'll talk about that in a minute. But planning is crucial for me because it truly does give me a way of looking at my time and treating my time as something that I have a lot of control of, as opposed to this overwhelming feeling that there's too much to do and not enough time to do it in. Now, sometimes that's still the case. I can plan my way into a super and still not get everything done, but I'm not walking around with that kind of mental baggage of, what did I forget? What did I forget? What am I forgetting? Like, that feeling, I hate it, you guys. I can't stand that nagging, gnawing feeling that something is not being dealt with that needs my attention. Having a planner, a planning routine, and particularly a Sunday planning routine makes me a lot healthier, happier, and more productive at the end of the day. And I've been telling you guys for a long time that I think you should all have planners. I actually did my very first kind of planning video this year. I'll link it right here. I want to do more. But one of the things I get comments about with that, in that video and in real life, is that people seem to believe they don't have anything to plan. And first of all, I seriously doubt that's not true. That's true. I seriously doubt that's true. Even if it was true, your planner is so much more than just a place that you log your appointments and your work schedule into. Your planner is a tool that allows you to kind of manage and budget and move your time around the same way you do your bank account. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's start off by talking a little bit about what my planning process actually is, and then I can tell you why it will help you even if you think you have nothing to plan. So the first thing I'm gonna do every Sunday when I sit down to do my planning routine is I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper and I'm gonna do something called a brain dump, which essentially is just me writing down every single solitary thing off the top of my head that I can think of that either needs to be done or hasn't been done, or an errand I need to run, or an appointment that I need to make. Like, literally anything that's in the brain goes on the brain dump. I recommend you guys do a brain dump once a week, even if you don't intend to immediately do anything with what you come up with, because it's a scientific fact that our brain can only hold on to so much information. And the reason you might find yourself being really forgetful and scatterbrained is because you got too much in here. You need to get it out, girl. So I brain dump first, and then the next thing I'm going to do is actually look at my previous week's plan and see if there's loose ends that didn't get tied up, like appointments that got rescheduled or tasks that had to be delegated to another time or another person. Basically, I need to get a really good view of what didn't happen last week so I can decide if it needs to happen this week, if it needs to happen at all. So the brain dump and the review are helpful because it gives me a place to start. After that, I'm going to check out my monthly calendar, and then that's going to have things like my more important meetings. I have birthdays, I have doctor's appointments, I have things going on with my kids' school, my husband's work schedule, all that kind of stuff is on my monthly planner, and it helps me go ahead and block out all the time that has already been spoken for. The type of planning that I particularly like to do, or at least have one type of planner in my vicinity, is a time blocking calendar, time blocking system. This is a schedule. So it starts at 6 a.m. and it goes to like 10 p.m. And I am able to, and it never goes exactly as planned. It just never does. One of my favorite boutiques in Nashville, it's called Emerson Grace, is owned by a woman named Maddie James. And she did a tweet one time, which was like perfection. And it said something like, planning is both invaluable and pointless. You can do what I'm about to tell you on Google Calendar. It's actually how I learned how to do this. But what I'm going to do is calendar block. I am going to mark off all week, because this is a schedule that goes from 6 a.m. to like 10 p.m. all the time that is basically already spoken for. And then once I have all of that on the paper, so I've got my appointments, I have schedules, I have meetings, I have all that stuff, I am left with a really clear picture of how much time I do have. And that's when I get to plug in what I need to get done this week, or what I would like to get done this week. I mean, I plan it all. My workouts go on there because, you know, I don't have time to work out. You do, you just don't know where it is. And that's what kind of calendar blocking allows you to do. I'll put my workouts, I'll meal plan. The whole week is planned out on Sunday, because I will not make it to Wednesday with my sanity if I don't, quite frankly. And I'm willing to bet a lot of people aren't doing it either. That frazzled kind of left on red feeling you always have is probably coming because, again, you don't know the plan. You don't know what's next. You don't know that the myriad tasks you have to complete this week are going to get done, because you don't know when you're going to do them, because you haven't calendar blocked. So that is why I have to plan. That is kind of how I do it. Now, my planning system is kind of big. It's taken years to figure it out. But what I will tell you is that so far, and I say this every time, but as of right now, this is my favorite planning system ever, because something about being able to have all these different tabs and sections and sticky notes and inserts and being able to layer things and move things around, I can very literally make this planner work the same way that my brain does, which is what you want. Your planning system needs to work the way that you think. I'll get into that later in another planning video, but yeah, I'm gonna really need you guys to try planning. If you do nothing else in this video on Sunday, plan. And if all you do is get on Google Calendar and time block, that's a start. Just start logging down what you need to do and see, just see if it doesn't bring you a little bit of peace. Because for me, it really does, you guys. If you guys want more planner related content, you definitely want to subscribe, because I think I might be one of the greatest untapped resources of planner knowledge on the internet. I just haven't got to do a lot of content around it yet, but definitely subscribe if you want to see more. So the next thing I'm going to do on my Sunday reset routine after I have planned is I'm going to clean. And I've told you guys on my channel before that I enjoy cleaning. I don't care. I don't care if it's weird. I love it. It's a combination of many things. First of all, it's a very rewarding kind of instant gratification. Like, we tend to seek out instant gratification in a lot of ways, but we don't tend to think about productive ways we can get that feeling, and cleaning is probably the best one. You can have a dish full of sinks, clean it, and it's done. It's immediate results, and I kind of like that feeling. Also, I work from home, and I'm a mom. I'm a very dedicated mom, kind of homemaker-y person. So there's house projects, there's meals I want to prepare, there's events I want to plan for my family. I have a lot going on, but I'm home a lot. So I cannot work in this house like as a little business owner or whatever I am, if my house is a mess, it literally stresses me out. I can't do it. So that's another reason. And the third reason is I just think it's a really good habit to get into. A big part of what you're going to notice in this video is kind of the theme of just putting things back, and that's the reset, right? It's getting things ready. One thing I learned when I was a bartender and a waitress, right? You have a day shift and a night shift. Each person who works a shift, so on the day shift, they're getting everyone ready for night shift. Night shift's getting everyone ready for day shift, so that when they walk in to work that day, they're not having to get the restaurant put back together before they can even start waiting tables. No, it's already been done. We're treating Sunday kind of like that. We're getting future Whitney ready. We're not doing this for Sunday Whitney. We're doing it for Monday Whitney. So cleaning is a huge part of that. I have a full-blown cleaning routine in my life where it affords me the opportunity to just clean a little bit every day, and I never really have to dedicate big days to cleaning. So the cleaning I do on Sunday is a lot of tying up loose ends kind of stuff. It's like doing laundry and putting all my clothes away and making sure I know where they are for the week, and I'll usually go ahead and set my Monday clothes out as well. I'm definitely cleaning up my office and my filming area because, again, I don't want to walk into work on Monday and feel overwhelmed with just the schmutz everywhere. I just want to get to it. So cleaning is crucial. If I can only do 2 steps, it's going to be planning and cleaning. Big bonus tip for you guys: wash your sheets, make your bed, like tuck it in really well, spray some Febreze on it. Just get that bed delicious looking. And then at night, Sunday night, when you go put on your freshly cleaned pajamas and slide into your freshly washed sheets on your neatly made bed, like, I defy you to tell me Monday doesn't feel a little bit better after you do that. I defy you. So the next part of my Sunday routine is kind of a 2-parter thing. The first part is to eat plant-based as much as I can on Sunday. Particularly with breakfast, I will try to have like oatmeal with lots of berries and almond milk and things like that. Just something with lots of fiber, no dairy, no meat. I do currently eat a little bit of dairy and meat. I go back and forth with this all the time, you guys. You probably won't even be able to keep up with how often I go on and off my plant-based journey. But at the end of the day, my goal is always to eat as much plant-based food as humanly possible. And Sunday is kind of where I try to get that reset in. Mostly because maybe the weekend we got a little loosey-goosey with our diet and need to clean it up and get some good vitamins and minerals in us. So I will have, like I said, a good oatmeal, or at the very least, I'm going to make sure to get a good green smoothie in, kind of like reinforcing that idea to myself that, hey girl, it's time to get on our health game again, because you might have been slacking this weekend. You usually do. I'm also going to kind of batch cook something. I may or may not do a full-blown meal prep. I don't really do that very much anymore. It's not the way I like to eat. I feel like it's a lot of work, and oddly enough, it doesn't feel like it actually helps me get closer to my goals. I tend to resent it for some reason. But one thing I will do in terms of meal prep that I find incredibly helpful is to at least batch cook one big stew, soup, or curry, especially in the winter. That's one of the best things about the winter, is it's soup and crock pot season. This week I made a white bean soup that I freaking love. I make it all the time. I make different versions of it. This one is a recipe from Rainbow Plant Life. She's here on YouTube. She has tons of delicious recipes. You guys need to check her out. But this one's a little bit more elevated than the white bean soup that I usually make for me and my family. But I just make a big pot of this, and we kind of just eat on it all week. Throw some kale in there, and at the very least, no matter what is going on, we have one solid healthy meal in the fridge ready to go. Sometimes I'll have it for lunches, sometimes I'll have it for a quick snack. Highly recommend you guys batch cook one big thing. If that's all you do, you'd be surprised how far it gets you. After all of that, I think we've earned ourselves a little reward, and now it's time to glow. Every week I do a beauty treatment. It doesn't matter what it is. Some days they're a lot more involved. Some days they're really short and short. Sometimes they're really quick and short. It just depends on how much time I have and like what my beauty goals are for that week. So sometimes my goal is to do a really good wash day, a good hair mask, a blowout, like really take the time with my hair. I recently got tape and extensions, and It's a little bit more involved doing my hair now. So I do kind of have to plan when I'm going to wash all this now. But it's like hair stuff, or I'll break out my beauty devices like my 7E Myo Lift. I'll do a really good like 45-minute microcurrent treatment sometimes. You guys think I'm kidding? I'm definitely not. Maybe I'll do like a really good sunless tanner routine. It just depends. This week I decided to do the Love and Pebble Cryo Mask, which I'm actually going to cut to that footage now because the thing is really cool. And I think it's such a fun, literally refreshing way to enjoy your Sunday self-care routine. I really think you guys might like this product and this treatment. So let's cut to that really quick. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Hello. So today for my kind of Sunday beauty routine thing, I'm going to do the Love and Pebble Beauty Pops Cryo facial mask kit. This thing is really cool. I guess it's like kind of TikTok famous or something like that. I'm excited to do this one in particular today because it's kind of a double duty product. Listen, am I the only one who every time someone says duty, you laugh? Can't be. Can't be. But yeah, this thing is really cool. It's kind of like part beauty treatment, part arts and crafts. So the Beauty Pops Cryo Facial Mask Kit comes with the superfood powder. This is essentially what makes the mask part of this, because what makes this product so cool, no pun intended. So the way that this works is that you put your superfood powder in these little silicone molds, and then you also put water in it. Now make sure you stir your superfood powder and your water together before you freeze it, because I didn't do that once and it didn't work. So definitely make sure you stir your water and your superfood powder together. Like, look at it. It's adorable. Now we can kind of see the face mask part happening. Oh, my skin really needs a nice treatment right now. This is amazing. I love it. Made with papaya, banana, turmeric, and aloe vera. It has 0 preservatives. It gently exfoliates and tightens the skin. And because you're doing it with this kind of frozen ice method, it's also helping with inflammation of the skin. It's helping with puffiness. It's going to kind of tighten the appearance of your pores. And right now I have a couple of active breakouts happening, and this is like actually soothing them a lot right now. I have this weird hormonal breakout on my chin and jawline. It's driving me nuts. Wow, this is so funny looking. I don't feel like I even need to use this whole thing. And more at this point, it's just a matter of how nice it feels. I could just sit here and do this for like 30 minutes. Okay, so the instructions actually recommend that you do this over a sink, but I don't have a sink in here, so I wanted to demonstrate putting it on camera. But now I need to go stand over a sink for a couple minutes and kind of allow this to hang on the skin for a few moments. I'm going to rinse it off, and then I'm going to come back and talk to you about it. But fun fact, right now I feel like, do you guys remember that scene in Mrs. Doubtfire where she puts her face in the cake, and that woman from social services or whatever is trying to talk to her? She's like, that's how I feel. Anyway, I'll be right back in like 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I just filmed this entire part of the video with my microphone off. So I just rinsed the mask off and my skin feels super soft. It feels a lot more calm, I guess you could say, especially because, like I said, these breakouts I'm having along my chin, they're kind of painful and inflamed, and I definitely feel as though the aloe vera in this product is helping to soothe and kind of calm that irritation. My skin overall looks a lot more soothed in my opinion, and it certainly feels that way. I enjoyed everything about this product, and it definitely feels like something that would be in a regular Sunday self-care kind of routine. And the good people at Love and Pebble were kind enough to send me a coupon code that I can share with you guys so you can get some money off if you want to try this for yourself. I don't know why, but this is adorable to me. It reminds me of, I don't know, something that I would have played with when I was a little girl. It's like maybe if Barbie had a popsicle kit. I don't know. That's what it makes me think of. So there's actually another treatment still in here. And if you really wanted to, I suppose you could just do both and enjoy that amazing ice rolling action you get from this application situation. But I'm going to save this one for a few days from now because I could see this being something I would do several times a week before bed and just luxuriate in all the natural superfood goodness in here. Speaking of superfood, this is the powder that you make the mask from. There is a ton in here. This will probably last me like 3 months or something like that. It's super easy to make, really easy to use, thoroughly enjoyed it. If you guys want to pick up your own beauty pops from Love and Pebble, I will leave all the information about it down below. I want to thank Love and Pebble for sponsoring this video. And if you guys pick this up, definitely let me know because I think it's just like such a fun product to use in general. So back to the other Whitney. I can't stress enough how important the glowy portion of your Sunday self-care reset routine is. And I call literally anything healthy glowy. I don't know what it is. Me and my best friend Jackie, like whenever we're hanging out, I'll be like, can we be glowy tonight? And she knows exactly what that means. That means we're going to get a salad, maybe some fruit. We're going to sheet mask. We're going to journal, burn some sage, do a tarot card reading. Like that's what glowy is to me. It's like a lifestyle. And my glowy portion of my Sunday self-care reset or whatever is so important to me because it's carving out that time for myself, and it literally is almost like a little reward. And depending on how my week is going, it might be the only time I have that week to get these beauty treatments in, and I deserve them. So I'm gonna make sure I carve out and make a little bit of time for myself every Sunday. Plus, who doesn't want to walk into Monday with a fresh blowout, spray tan, and beautiful glowing skin because you used the Love and Pebble Cryo Pops? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So I was promised via the Apple weather app that it was going to be very sunny and beautiful today. And it's not, so I'm sorry if the lighting sucks. The last thing I do every Sunday, and this is kind of harder to give you literal examples of how I do it. But every Sunday, I really like to take a few moments to reflect and find a way to express gratitude, whether it's through journaling, whether it's just through meditation and having a quiet moment with myself, or in some cases, I will literally just look at my husband and be like, we're so lucky, babe. And I will just start listing off everything I'm immediately feeling grateful for, and he'll just be sitting there like cutting up vegetables like, yeah, babe, sounds good. But me and my husband as a couple try really hard to let gratitude be the center of our day. Whenever we're struggling or having a hard time, one of us will inevitably be like, babe, it's not that bad. Here's all this other good stuff. And gratitude is an important practice for us as human beings for many reasons. The first one is that it's really hard to be in a bad mood when you're feeling grateful. And the truth of the matter is, so many of us already have not only exactly what we need, but more than what we need. Some of us already have more than we ever thought we would have, in whatever capacity you want to use that word. It doesn't have to be physical or material possessions. It could be the quality of the relationships you have, or it could be a milestone you reached with your job, or it could be maybe a new level of intimacy you've reached with your partner. It could be any number of things that you have not taken inventory of and felt grateful for. When you're not able to ground yourself in that gratitude, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to even get. If you're not grateful for what you have now, you're not going to get any more, is essentially what I'm saying. It's hard to go after goals and have that optimism and that drive and that spirit that is needed in order to go after the life that you want if you cannot feel grateful for the life that you have. Because the sad truth of the matter is, a lot of us spend our whole lives on a hamster wheel trying to chase the next thing that's going to make us happy. But the happiness we're chasing is already in here. We just need to activate it. And one of the best ways to activate it is through gratitude. If you're grateful, you're also really not spending a whole lot of time on that creature of want thing that we can tend to be as humans. We just want and we want and we want, and it doesn't matter at what cost. And that's not a healthy way to relate to your life. So to practice gratitude is to really fill you up with all that you have, so you're a lot less susceptible to all of the people and businesses and other things that are constantly trying to get your money and your time and your attention, because you're so content with what you have. And if you're not actively practicing the gratitude, where's it going to come from? We as humans are so quick to be mad about stuff and to point out everything that's wrong. So we have to also be intentional about pointing out everything that's right, or it will never happen. So Sunday, at some point on Sunday, I have to carve out, even if it's just a couple minutes in the shower, just to really let how blessed I am wash over me, no pun intended, and use that to kind of motivate and fortify me for the rest of the week. All right, guys, that is it for me. As always, thank you to the patrons, and thank you to Love and Pebble for sponsoring this video. Fun fact, this video was supposed to be a vlog. I had full-blown been working on this vlog style thing for a while, and it's not something I'm used to doing, so I did a terrible job. But that's why you saw some of the footage in here, but my vision for it originally was supposed to be a full-blown actual vlog, but I am working on putting some content like that together. I want to do routine videos and day in the life with me and work with me videos, and hopefully all that stuff can start very soon. So I hope you guys are doing really, really well. I hope you have an amazing week, whatever day you're watching this on. And if it does happen to be a Sunday, turn this video off and get started on your routine right now. No, really, right now. Seriously, why are you still here? Right now! I'll catch you guys next time.